We've all been there. We've lost someone we loved to death, divorce, or to the end of a serious relationship. And it feels like part of you is lost forever. It can feel overwhelming, and however well-meaning people telling you to hang in there or to stay strong or to move on somehow only make it worse. They make you feel more alone. The uncomfortable truth is you can't just fix it or make it go away. The journey to feeling okay again has no timeline. It will take as long as it takes, and that's okay. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 practical tips that you can use to help yourself and learn to move forward, and I'll even add a bonus. Hi, and welcome. I'm here to discuss the things that concern us in our 50s and 60s and beyond. My name is Bob, and I'm the Crusty Creator. Your journey through this will have ups and downs. You'll have good days and bad. Some days you'll feel profoundly sad, head in your hands, bawling your eyes out. And other days you might feel mad at the other person for leaving, or guilt for things that were said or weren't said, or things that were done or weren't done. You'll feel confused. And some days you may be completely numb. That's all normal and completely okay. We all process grief differently. These 5 steps can be your shelter, creating a safe space away from the chaos and allow you to process and work through your pain and eventually rebuild. Step 1, let yourself grieve. Now that may seem difficult to do in a world that expects us to be strong and to just snap out of it. Pushing your feelings down, though, won't make them go away. It'll only make them fester and make things harder in the long run. Instead, lean into your pain, because as they say, the only way out is through, and the only way to heal is to feel. Now that can be an assault of emotions: fear, regret, anger at that other person for passing away or for leaving you, or for their role in the breakup. You might be incredibly sad one moment, angry another, and then laugh at a memory and suddenly feel guilty for having laughed. And all of that is part of the process. Accept it. Grieving isn't weakness. It's the price we pay for loving. If you've ever seen the show Shrinking, you might have heard something like what I'm about to say. Set aside 20 or 30 minutes every day where you can be alone with your thoughts and connect with your feelings. Do things that draw those things out. Find things that remind you of your person, a song, a photo album. Go ahead and cry. Be angry. Acknowledge your feelings. Letting it out in a controlled environment can help you feel like your emotions aren't ambushing you all day, every day. Make peace with your new reality. Step 2, talk about it and find your people. Now you might feel like crawling into a hole or spending all your time in bed with the blankets pulled up over your head and just being alone. But the people who care about you, and there are lots of them, they will be there for you to lean on. You're not alone in this, but they might not be approaching you because they don't want to upset you. So, even though it's hard to do, reach out. Share what you're going through. Talk about your person. Tell stories. Talk about the relationship, the good parts and the bad. Express your feelings. Sometimes these talks can help us see more clearly. If you just need them to sit with you in your sadness, let them. Let them know you're not expecting them to fix anything and you don't want their advice. You just need them to be present and to listen. If you don't have somebody close by that you can talk to, there are support groups, other people in a similar place who can let you know that you're not alone and you're not going crazy, even though at times it feels like it. If your sadness feels too overwhelming, try a grief counselor or a therapist. or even a priest or minister, pastor, whether or not you're a churchgoer. Those people are there to help. Sometimes you just need to be around other people. You don't have to be the life of the party, but sometimes just being where other people are is beneficial. Even if you sit in the corner in the dark with your face planted in your cell phone reading old texts. Hey, you never know. You might catch yourself having a good time when you're there. Reaching out is a sign of incredible strength, not weakness. Step 3, journal your unfiltered thoughts. Journaling is a way you can express those raw and often messy thoughts without having to do it out loud or in public. It's free, it's private, it's judgment-free, so you can be brutally honest with yourself. Writing things down helps us to sort out those fragmented and tangled feelings. It helps us to be more settled in our minds so that we can sleep. It helps us make sense of our emotions and put them in perspective and make them less chaotic. Write what you feel. There is no normal journal entry. Some days you might feel like writing nothing more than hello, and other days you might write a novel. And as an added bonus, nobody's checking your grammar or spelling, and nobody's going to censor what you write. Here's a few ways that you can use a journal. Write letters to the person who's no longer in your life. This is a powerful way to say all the things you wish you could. You can tell them what's going on, ask them questions, or finally get out any lingering feelings of anger or forgiveness. It can bring a real sense of closure. Document your memories, the good and the bad. Write down every memory that comes to mind, the funny inside jokes, the quiet moments, the things they used to do. It helps you create a more balanced picture of the relationship, which can be beneficial for processing the end and moving forward. Track your journey. Use the journal to check in with yourself each and every day. Over time, you might see tiny little glimmers of hope and that little bits of progress on the days when you feel really totally stuck. It's proof that you're moving forward when it really doesn't feel like it. A journal is a conversation with yourself, and it's a way to have a conversation that you need to have with yourself. It's a tool that helps you process the pain and weave it into the story of your new life. Now, here's what I mentioned earlier, the bonus. If you're finding this helpful and you want to explore journaling, I've put together a list of 30 grief journaling prompts, and I've put them in the description below. They're designed to help you get started and gently guide you when you don't know what to write. Feel free to copy and paste it. Step 4, hold on to and rebuild simple routines. Grief gets into every part of daily life, and even the smallest thing can become a trigger. Maybe you're used to making coffee or food for 2, and now when you catch yourself doing that, it's a painful reminder. You have to make a conscious effort to build new routines from what's left of the old and to create a new stability for yourself. Now, I'm not saying you have to completely rewrite your whole script. Start small. Finding the willpower just to get dressed in the morning might be a victory. So could brushing your teeth or making food. Don't worry about productivity just yet. Build slowly. Try cleaning a little bit each day or doing one normal task like the laundry or dishes. Maybe walk your block. Acknowledge and reward yourself for each new victory that you claim. And as you build new routines, you can start looking at ones that might need to be changed because they're too painful, and that's okay. If the walk you used to take brings back too many memories, maybe try going a different route. Go to new restaurants. Maybe try a new hobby you've always wanted to try. You don't do these things to ignore the past. It's to rebuild a new life for yourself, one step at a time, amongst all the chaos. Remember, you'll have good days and bad. And one day you'll be lost in the sadness of your loss, and the next day you'll be rebuilding and re-engaging. It's a balance, and you need both sides. Step 5, find a way to mark the transition. Moving past a lost relationship doesn't mean it never happened or that it didn't matter. It's part of your life. It changed you in ways that you'll carry for a lifetime. You need to both acknowledge its importance and significance in a meaningful way, and you need to mark its end so that you can have closure and carry on without dwelling in the past. So here are some strategies, and some of them are often suggested by relationship coaches for dealing with a breakup, but equally valid for any loss of a loved one. It's a personal and perhaps a creative process, but here are some helpful hints. Create a closure box. Place photos and keepsakes in a box and put them away for a while. This helps create a physical and emotional boundary, symbolizing the end of that chapter. It will also prevent you from having those constant reminders everywhere you look. Whether in the end you decide to keep that box or throw it away eventually is deeply personal, and it'll likely depend on whether the loss was due to a nasty breakup or to a death. Reinvest in yourself. Joining the gym and rebuilding your body. Take the class you've always wanted to take. Pursue a hobby you've put on the back burner. This turns your grief into positive action for your own future and for your own growth, which can feel incredibly empowering. Start new traditions. It can be tough when anniversaries, birthdays, and holidays come around. Preparing and planning for those can help. Maybe start a new tradition of doing something with your friends on the day that used to be your anniversary and reclaim that day as your own. It doesn't mean that that day is no longer important. New rituals can turn potentially melancholy days into ones of joyous and meaningful remembrance. Share your story. Maybe somebody can benefit from the experience and what you learned from that relationship, the good and the bad. Sharing that and what you want for your future is one of the most powerful rituals there is. So we want to answer that impossible question. How do I go on? Well, the answer is simple. You go on. You honor what the relationship taught you while being firmly focused on building a new life for yourself. There will be good days and there will be bad days. You will have ups and downs, and it will take as long as it takes to work through it. Be patient and be kind to yourself. The process is not about forgetting, it's about learning to live in a new reality. You'll find moments of joy, purpose, hope, mingled with heavy, deep sadness. Heartbreak doesn't mean that you are broken. You have everything inside yourself to move past this, even if right now you don't believe it. So my conclusion is, loss isn't a problem to be solved, but it's a journey we all take at some point in our lives. These steps will help you go through one day at a time, each day building on the success of the last. Grief is a testament to the depth of the love that we had for that other person, and being able to love that deeply is a blessing. Don't forget that. What losses have you endured? And how did you get through it? What helped you? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, let's keep it civil and respectful. If you like my content, please like and subscribe and maybe even ring the little bell so you'll be alerted when I release a new video. Oh, and there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description too if you feel so inclined. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.